This is it. This is Excellence Punta Cana. This is the big dog. This is the one everybody has been talking about. I'm trying not to let the hype get to me on this one. I let the hype get to me a little bit at my breathless stay, and I gotta say I was a little disappointed in my overall experience. However, this is an entirely different hotel, a new day and a new stay. I'm gonna go in neutral as I always try to do, but that is so hard because everybody seems to think that this is the best hotel in Punta Cana. We are gonna find out. This is Coolest Luxury Hotels, Excellence Punta Cana. All right, Excellence Punta Cana. Wow. It only took 13 hotel stays at Punta Cana across a couple months for me to finally find the impression that I knew was out there, the first impression that I knew I could have, but I have yet to experience thus far. I finally got it here at Excellence, and it is wow. It is spectacular. So let me give you the highlights of this room very, very quickly. I've only been on campus for an hour, and I just got in this room. I'm delirious. My check-out day and check-in day is by far my most draining, but I have to give you the highlights of this room. I'd say it is the marble that lines this entire place. It's so exquisite. The bathroom has a rainhead shower that's quite possibly the largest rainhead shower I've ever seen. I had no idea they could manufacture them to be that large. It is gargantuan. The minibar is so well stocked, it's overflowing. And there isn't just one complimentary bottle of alcohol, there are 4. The bed I'm sitting on is both soft and supportive, possibly the best I've had in Punta Cana. It's between this one and Majestic Mirage. The bathtub is a hyper deep soaking tub with a TV perched right above it, and then that leads into my private balcony with my private pool. So I'm elated, somewhat euphoric. This place is pretty amazing. If the rest of this property is anything like this room, this is not just gonna be one of the best hotels in Punta Cana. This could possibly be one of the best hotels I've ever been to. It has rained the entire time since I've been here. It rained all afternoon yesterday. It rained all night last night. This morning, it was a monsoon, and then this afternoon, it was quite the downpour as well. I haven't even had time to get outside my room or even see what's at this property, and I don't even care. Big smile on my face. I've had such an amazing time just being in this room. Best night's sleep in Punta Cana ever. This is by far the best bed I've ever had in Punta Cana. Markedly better than the one at Mirage, Majestic Mirage, which I raved about. And even better than the bed is the room service. It was room service mania last night. I ordered 7 dishes, different types of chicken wings and a pizza and a salad and lasagna. All of them were really good, in fact, delicious. Finally, I found some Punta Cana room service that I really, really liked. So today the sun finally came out. It's in the afternoon, so a little bit of the day is lost, but I want to go kind of check out the Excellence Club pools. I believe there are 2 Excellence Club pools here on property. That's like the upscale, the exclusive portion of the property. My room is right outside them. I'm gonna go check those out. And then eventually at some point, I do want to go check out the main pool as well. And then tonight, I gotta get out of this room. I gotta go check out the property. If the restaurants are any good as the room service, I predict some great meals ahead. So there are 2 Excellence Club pools. This is the first one. This is what I call the Tropical Library or the Tropical Church. It's quiet. If you're looking for peace and tranquility, this is where you want to hang out. Definitely not my style, but there is one thing that has kept me here for a couple hours, and that is the free Coco Locos at this bar over here. Did you hear what I said? Free Coco Locos. Are you understanding the gravity of this? At every other hotel, the Coco Locos are an extra charge. Here they are free. Now you need to tell them what a Coco Loco is. You know, they just want to kind of inherently just add rum. You coach them up saying it's white rum and dark rum and triple sec and tequila. I honestly don't even know. I had to Google it because I always forget what's in a Coco Loco after 4 sips of a Coco Loco. So it was a lot of fun here. I'll definitely be back. I'm on to the second Excellence Club pool. So I need to clarify something. I totally stand by what I said, but I need to clarify it. What did I call the pool outside my room? The first Excellence Club pool, like the library pool or the the church pool? I think that's what it was. Stand by my statement, but compared to the other Excellence Club pool, this pool, the first pool, is a rock concert, because the second pool, which I forget the name, but the name I think translates literally too quiet, that was a mortuary. Yeah, now it was beautiful with the cascading waterfall and the buildings in the background. It was actually quite stunning, and it was a supremely tranquil and relaxing place, but way too quiet. I tried to turn up there. I had like a couple drinks, and the bartender and I were trying to get things going, but it was a lost effort. There was nothing happening at that pool. So I actually had to go back over to the quiet pool, what I thought was the quiet pool, but actually is the turn up pool. And I had a great afternoon. That's where I decided to stay for the rest of the day. I had a giant Coco Loco, the biggest Coco Loco I've ever had in my life. This thing was like 20 pounds. They filled it with a bunch of different alcohols, and not only was it a complete chore to drink it, it was a complete chore to lift it. It was like 20 pounds every single time. So I had a lot of fun with that experience, and then I also ordered a double cheeseburger and a pizza, and I just chilled at the quiet pool all day. Good morning. Does it get any better than this? Starting your day off with a giant Malibu Mint in your own private swimming pool at arguably the best hotel and arguably the best Caribbean city? The answer is no. The short answer is no. It doesn't get much better than this. This place is really magical and really special, and I haven't even done the best stuff. The best stuff is still upcoming. I'll talk about that momentarily. Dinner last night at Agave, it was surprisingly authentic, like amazingly authentic. For an all-inclusive in Punta Cana, the dishes that they tried to replicate, which were from not just Mexico, but from like the Jalisco region of Mexico, which is kind of by Puerto Vallarta, unbelievable. My favorite memories of the night were just not like the delicious foods, they were the welcome drinks. I asked for a welcome drink, as I always do when I go to these all-inclusive restaurants. You usually get something different every time. They brought me a cerveza, a beer, and I thought, okay, well that makes sense, it is a Mexican place. And then the other two welcome drinks came. They brought me a shot of tequila, and then they brought me a giant margarita the size of my head. So 3 welcome drinks. I thought that made for a great memory. The best dish of the night, it's hard to say, but I would actually say it is dessert. If you're coming here, get that corn log cake roll, whatever it was. It's borderline life-changing. After dinner last night, I went to Martini Bar. It is like the craft cocktail place here on site. Not only do they have craft cocktails, they have like an entire book of them. If you are sick of your Roman Cokes and your gin and tonics and your Cuba Libres, you're looking for something a bit more refined or maybe a bit more complex, head to Martini Bar. Again, they have a whole chapter, they have a whole book of crafted cocktails. I'm never going to be able to show you all of them. I want to, it's just impossible. My favorite one from last night is definitely this Malibu Mint. So today is a big day. It's going to be a beach day. I need to get out of my private swimming pool and over to the beach. I still need to show you the general pool at some point. The 2 best restaurants are upcoming. I'm going to the most popular one tonight, Lobster House. And then tomorrow night, I'm going to the most exquisite one. The hype on this one is pretty intense. I'm going to the French restaurant tomorrow night. I still need to take you to Magma Club, which is the exclusive only lounge and restaurant for Excellence Club members. And there's still a lot to see here on campus. Like I said, the best is yet to come. All right, big change of plans tonight. News on that here shortly. I need to talk about the beach. The beach was great. It was fantastic. You know, I've been critical. I wouldn't say critical. I'm just honest. I just give it to you how it is. The beaches up here in the Uvero Alto region just aren't what they are down in Bavaro, in my opinion. I love the teal and hyper-electric blue waters and the white squishy soft sands. The ones up here kind of have the golden sand and they're not as nice, but I will say that this beach at Excellence is by far the best beach I've seen thus far in the Uvero Alto region of Punta Cana. Now I realize I just said that about Dreams, which is my last property, but I hadn't been here yet. And I think it's only fitting that Excellence has the most excellent beach in Uvero Alto. I will say that I went to both the Excellence Club portion of the beach and the general portion of the beach. You're not gonna be disappointed in either. I will say that the Excellence Club did have the better waters and also the better stretch of sand. I think it also had better service, but if you don't spring for Excellence Club, I don't think you're gonna be disappointed. And that leads me to right now, big change of plans. The most popular restaurant on site, Lobster House, is closed, which means I need to pivot and go to the best restaurant on site, the French restaurant. All right, little case of deja vu this morning. Deja vu, it's a deja vu inspired day after my amazing French dinner last night. Was it Chez Isabelle or Chez Isabelle, however you want to say it, was phenomenal. It was so authentically, like almost perfectly French. So I walk in and the place was elegant, opulent, so upscale, so classy, but also like kind of bland, boring, and dull in terms of decor, like most great French restaurants are. And then I sit down and someone comes up to me and they say, "Mr. Williams, we regret to inform you that we are out of escargot tonight." And I was like, this is the best news ever. Where am I? This is not an all-inclusive in Punta Cana coming up and telling me that you're out of escargot. Like, I was just elated to hear that. I'm like, wow, this place must be the real deal. And then I sit down and the service was over the top. Like 2 to 3 waiters, just smothering actually, like almost too much. Like you'd find at any good French restaurant, just over the top service. And then of course the most important aspect, the menu and the food. The menu could have been a standalone menu in any city, at any place. It was phenomenal. You know, like the salmon ravioli and then the flambéed beef tenderloin. It was fantastic. Like I still think that Majestic Mirage may overall have the better restaurants, but I will say this right now, there absolutely like no equivocations. The best meal I've had in Punta Cana was last night here at that French restaurant. Unbelievable. So today's gonna be my biggest day. It's gonna be my best day. I woke up this morning, went to the gym. It was pretty beautiful inside, great little place to work out. Now I'm off to Magma Club, which is the exclusive club only for Excellence Club members guests. I'm gonna show you what that is like. There's a lot of hype around the breakfast there. I'm gonna go check that out. And then there's a lot to do today and tonight. I have the general pool, and then I have dinner at Lobster House, the most popular restaurant. I want to walk around the property. I saw some flamingos. I'm flamingo obsessed lately. I got to show you those. This property is stunning. I want to show you some of that. And then tonight there is a show. I may or may not hit that. I'm kind of off the shows lately. But then when I went to the gym today, I found a disco, and apparently the disco opens after the show ends. So there's a lot to do today, and I really hope I can get to all of it. So the best thing about Magda was absolutely the view. You're sitting out on that patio, overlooking this beautiful property, of course the beach and the ocean, just hearing the waves crash while you eat an upscale breakfast. It was a pretty spectacular way to start my morning. I'm really glad that I went. Now I'm at the Zen Pond, and I think this is even more spectacular. I've been chasing these flamingos all morning and early afternoon, and I finally found them an hour and a half later. They are elusive beings, those flamingos, and quite frankly, they are beautiful, but they're kind of boring. I've been waiting for them to do something for like the past 30 minutes. They've done nothing. So just coming out here in this Zen Pond, in the middle of this property. It's just a great oasis. There are bridges, there are walkways. If you do get sick of like the typical Punta Cana, the beaches, the pools, and all that stuff, you got to come to this hotel, because if you want to just get out and see some nature in the morning, go for a hike or go for a peaceful walk, this is the spot to do it. So it has been quite the morning and afternoon, but it's not done yet. In fact, I probably have the best part of this afternoon. I still have to go check out the general pool. All right, that was the pool today. The pool is interesting. The pool is huge. It has to be the longest pool I've seen in Punta Cana. It just kept on going and going and going. It wouldn't quit. Just walking the thing was a tremendous amount of effort and exercise. Two things stood out about the pool. Number one is that it perfectly aligns with the residential building here. So no matter what building you're in or what room you're in, you're able to step outside of it and get into the water pretty quickly without effort. And number two, it perfectly aligns with the beach. So no matter where you are in the pool, if you get a spontaneous urge to jump out, maybe put your toes in the sand or jump into the ocean real quick, you could do that at any spot in the pool at any time. I do have a big night tonight. Right now I'm off to Lobster House, which is the #1 restaurant here on site. And then later I'm hoping I have the energy to check out the discotheque. What I ended up doing today is actually just sitting by the pool and just marinating. I had so much coconut water. I replenished electrolytes. I sat in the sun. I relaxed. There is nothing like drinking that sweet, pure coconut water right from the coconut. And the best part is, every single one of them were free. All right, let's get the show on the road. I'm off to my final hotel. Lobster House last night. I was a little concerned walking up to it. It didn't have the most curb appeal, but any trepidation that I might have had was quickly alleviated the second I sat down and started to eat. The food was fantastic. I'd say my two favorite standouts were the ceviche. I couldn't believe how fresh and tasty it was. And then also the shrimp cocktail. So after dinner, I kind of had a medley of a night. I started out at Magna Bar. I've been to Magna a few times. I haven't told you about all of them. That is the exclusive club only for Excellence Club members. And it's a great spot to go in and hang out. It's peaceful, it's quiet, it's exclusive. They have some fantastic cocktails, there's some finger foods. Had a couple drinks in there, and then I watched the show. It was a circus show last night. I just saw a circus show at Dreams. I don't know, it was more like rhythmic gymnastics than anything. It's more like rhythmic gymnastics, contortionist, and like body movement stuff. I thought it was well done. I don't know if I consider it a circus though. And I think I'm officially off the shows now. I know I keep saying that. I don't just think they're for me. After the show ended, I did go over to the discotheque. I was like the only person there. I think it was an off night or I was just too early. Either way, it just really wasn't happening. I still loved it though, and I love the fact that there is an after hours place here if you do want to turn up into the night. And then after the discotheque, I did want to check out the sports bar here on site. I liked it. It was classy. It had kind of like a European type vibe to it. Fun cocktails, some people lingering out in there. It was an overall fantastic evening. All right, so Excellence. Before I go any further and let you know what I really think about this property, I have to talk about Excellence Club very quickly. Is it worth it? I honestly could go either way. I always try to upgrade to the preferred club, the Excellence Club, the Diamond Clubs, whatever you want to call them at any other property, just to see what they're like so I can report back to you if they are worth it or not. This one I don't really have an opinion on. Like, I could go either way. Yes, it's nice to have access to the 2 separate swimming pools that are beyond the general pool. Yes, it's nice to have the Magna Club. And yes, it's nice to have like the preferred section of the beach. But if you came here and didn't get it, you're not gonna be disappointed. So I've been thinking about how do I wrap up this video, and I had a lot of thoughts going through my mind. I'm just gonna kind of summarize it in 3 areas. I think the 3 big standouts are the food and drinks, the service, and then excellence everywhere. So just to circle back on food and drinks, I've talked about the meals here. I absolutely emphatically have had my best meal ever so far in Punta Cana at Chez Isabelle, the French restaurant. It was unbelievable. The room service food is absolutely by far in a league of its own. This is my 13th Punta Cana hotel, and it is better than all the other room service I've ever had combined. So it's literally in a different stratosphere. And then the drinks, it may not have the best liquor selection. I actually think that Secrets might actually have the better liquors and the better alcohols, but in terms of the mixology and in terms of the crafted cocktails and the quality of the cocktails, it is in a league of its own as well. The service here is unbelievable. You almost need a different word for service. It really takes service to the next level. It's like half St. Regis. Yes, I compared the service here to St. Regis, and like half W Hotel. If you know about the W hotels, they have that whatever, whenever feature for all their guests. You just hit 0, 24/7, 365, and whatever you need, whether it's a mini refrigerator or this or that, they make it happen for you immediately. And that's kind of what it is here. In fact, I'll take it a step further. The service here actually might be too much. It might be over the top. Now, I'm not going to say it's a negative, because I don't think you could ever have too much service, but for a guy that's very self-sufficient, that's not very needy, it's almost too much. It's like having a car that's too fast. It's like not a problem, right? Like you want your car as fast as possible, but it can be dangerous at times if it is too fast. Like the service here is almost too much for me. I'm not saying it's a negative, and if you like the VIP treatment, if you like the red carpet, and if you like to be pampered, it's gonna happen here. I'm just saying that it's so unbelievable, it's almost over the top. Lastly, you know, I was gonna talk about the room and the pool and the grounds and the food and everything, and you know what, this place is just overall excellent. It's very true to its name. I feel excellence is overused. I feel the term has been diluted. But if you take a look at the definition of excellence, this might even be better than excellence. It might even be outstanding, exceptional, and amazing. The property is unreal. It is meticulously maintained. They're at the beach every morning picking up the seaweed. There isn't a speck of seaweed. They haul it out every morning. They were in my pool every morning, scrubbing it, taking out any little leaf that may be in it. Anything that you touch or are exposed to is just excellent, whether it's an interaction with the staff, the food, the drinks, the pool, the grounds. Everything here is over the top excellent. This property, however, is not perfect. It may be close, but it's not perfect. It does have some drawbacks. A few of these are circumstantial that really can't help it, and then a couple of these I think are self-inflicted. First of all is location. I'm really not a fan of this Vero Alto region. Now, I probably put more emphasis on location than you do because I'm jumping around from hotel to hotel. If you're here for a week or two, yes, it's just probably a 40 to 50 minute ride from the airport. But for me, sometimes I like to go down to Barbaro, and I like to be kind of closer to the action. This is a little isolated and is a little north. The second drawback is the water. It is really choppy. It is not a serene beach experience. If you are looking for those tranquil, serene, placid waters that you see in the magazines or on YouTube, you're not gonna find them here. These waters are rough. So those are kind of circumstantial. The property can't control the wave action. The property really can't control its location anymore. But these two are kind of self-inflicted. I thought the pool scene was a little lackluster. Now, I'm not looking for a pool party. I'm not looking for high energy. I don't know, I just didn't get the best vibe from the general pool. And then the other two Excellence Club pools were kind of small, quiet, and boring. And then the last one, this one's kind of funny. This place is about 97% couples. It's even more couples than Majestic Mirage. I actually didn't notice this until like my third day here. I just kind of like looked around, I'm like, wow, this is all couples. Now, that's not a bad thing. I know if you're coming to a place like this, you're probably not gonna look to socialize, or you're probably not coming for the crowd. But I just wanna let you know that it is all couples. Now, it didn't bother me because the place is so amazing. It distracted me from even noticing that until like the third day. So you're really not going to mind if you're coming here. Again, you're probably coming with someone who's really important to you. You're probably gonna be focused on them. But in the off chance that you are coming to socialize, or if you are looking for a good crowd, you're not gonna find it here. The crowd is 98% couples. All right, so finishing up, how do I rate this place? This place is excellent. It's probably beyond excellence. Yes, it does have a few drawbacks, but the drawbacks I listed are ever so slight. To the most amazing room I've had thus far in Punta Cana, to the meticulously maintained grounds, to the lush environment and excellence everywhere, this is absolutely a hotel that you need to come to if you're coming to Punta Cana. With all that being said, I'm gonna give excellence a 5. That is a tremendous score. It is one of the highest scores I've ever given a Punta Cana hotel. It's a very rare score for the channel, but it's much deserved. It's no secret I was a little nervous about the hype coming into this place. I have been disappointed by hype trains in the past, but that absolutely did not happen here. This is certainly, absolutely one of the best hotels in Punta Cana.